All right. Well, let's see if this live stream works. Yeah, it looks like we got somebody on here. I did two well, I probably did more than two live streams yesterday. One of them, it said I was live and I never saw any viewers. And then, of course, it never processed. So I had to redo it. I think most of you know that. Hello, everyone, as you come in. Hello, Roosevelt. Glad to see you here. Listen, I just got some information from an individual who keeps track of this, and I'm not surprised in any way, shape, or form. We know that the supply chain is breaking down. How long have we been talking about that? Well, I just got this information. I would like to give you the link, but I can't for a couple of reasons. Okay, one is because I'm keeping my source protected, but also because it would be hard to do that on this type of a platform. I just got word that that Nevada, California border, and on across Wyoming and several other states, there is fuel rationing now to truckers. The one there in Sparks, Nevada, that area, which is outside of Reno, part of Reno there. Get this, ladies and gentlemen, they have to ration the truckers to 60 gallons per purchase. 60 gallons in a diesel is in a tractor trailer, a semi, is nothing. They need hundreds of gallons. So not only is the rationing going to be a problem, the cost of the fuel is going to go up. Why the rationing? Because they can't get delivery of the fuel. Biden shut down the fuel system, the gas mining, the gas pumping, all that. He shut down the not just the pipelines, but everything else. And then he's going and buying fuel from OPEC. So yeah, so that's the reason for the rationing. There's no fuel. It's been cut off. So here we are. So now not only can't we get manufacturing and get supplies, the ships hung up outside of our ports, and they can't unload them at the ports, but they can't even get the goods manufactured, and that includes food. And now, of course, the trucks aren't going to be able to deliver the goods even if they had them, because they can't get the fuel. This is going to cascade. This is going to get worse. As I said, a month ago now, that the military people were saying that the conservative side, not the woke, not the CRTs, that they needed to start getting their families ready for what's coming. Well, this is what they're talking about. Not even so much a war with China or anything else, but this whole supply problem is coming down, and it's going to create chaos everywhere, including where you are. Well, the second half of all this is, guess what the Federal Transportation Commission is blaming it on? Oh, not Biden shutting down the sources of fuel, not the fact that they are trying to shut down everything to do with manufacturing, not that they're committing a war upon the citizens of this country, an economic war, which is part of a full spectrum dominance war that they're waging on us. Guess what they want to blame it on, everybody? And I want to ask you to put it on here so I don't have to say it. What are they blaming this whole fuel shortage on? What do they say is the reason? What national emergency have they put into place to blame this on? Yes, Roosevelt, absolutely right. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. They're blaming the fuel shortage on that, on what Monty calls the wiggle. Yeah, not the un-GMI'd yet, though they'll get to that, and it's kind of convoluted, but I'm sure they'll work that in. So here we go. Our government is illegitimate. The entire government is illegitimate. And if the states don't start standing up to the feds, we haven't got any hope but ourselves and God. It'll be down to individual efforts, and that's going to be more chaos. You saw what happened in Afghanistan. Remember I said yesterday, Afghanistan is not even our problem. It never, ever was. And it's an impossible situation. And we can talk about why we really went there. The minerals, the opium, et cetera, et cetera. We can talk about all, and the spending of weapons for the military-industrial complex to fund them because of our corrupt politicians in D.C. But what really shows is that, just like I said, Afghanistan was a training platform for them to turn against the citizens of this country, to find out what works and what doesn't. They don't care about losing Afghanistan. Mark Milley, the fat little slob, that traitor who's telling his troops that they have to submit to this GMI, that traitor. I told him this morning he can go F himself and the horse he rode in on. Those people are our enemies, and they're doing everything to show that they are committing a war against us and the world, as a matter of fact, but the American people are the real core of this whole thing. That's who they're after. And every state governor and every state legislature and every school board and everybody in between that goes along with this entire charade are your enemies, just like I said yesterday. And they're doing it knowingly. They're not stupid. And if they are stupid, they need to be thrown out or dragged out of their offices, tarred and feathered and hung from the closest lamppost. Yeah, I'm mad. Our state governments had better start standing up against these assholes in the federal government. No excuses. So anyway, there we are. So now the truckers are getting so they can't get fuel. So here we are. And Biden and his Federal Transportation Administration want to blame it on the wiggle. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So here we go. I could talk a little bit more, but I'm not going to. It's a Sunday morning. I want you all to go and do what you can to try to enjoy the weekend if you can, or whatever. But when I saw this morning, I knew I had to say something. They're at war with us. They have multiple avenues of approach, multiple pronged attack, in-depth, and full spectrum dominance. Like I've said time and time again, your government is your enemy at every level of government in this country. At every level. No exceptions. Who's going to do the hard lifting, ladies and gentlemen? Who's going to do the heavy lifting? Prep, pray, stay out of the way, but get ready to defend yourselves. This is going to get ugly, like I've been saying. It's going to get ugly. Oh, and Biden comes out and says he wants to take away your semi-autos. Yeah. You see where they're doing? Everywhere from everywhere. They're trying to create chaos so that we'll revolt. Well, that tiger, they may not be able to ride it, even though they think they figured it out with what they learned in Afghanistan and Iraq. They may not be able to ride it. But then again, I'm not sure the American people have the guts, the intestinal fortitude, and the spirit to do anything about any of this. I guess we'll see, won't we? All right, that's all I got. Hope you all have a great Sunday, all right? We'll talk to you later. I got to fix this here, sorry. There we go. All right, out here for now.